Hello, today we're going to discuss LS First Hospitality, specifically talking about the kitchen display system that our solution brings. KDS, Kitchen Display System, offers restaurants the ability to place an order on the point of sale and have that order show up in the kitchen. We have the ability to sort these orders by prep station, by terminal, and by delivery mode, offering complete flexibility from a kitchen delivery standpoint to the end customer. Our KDS system allows the user to configure in D365 items, categories, specific product variants, specific terminals, and specific delivery modes to be set up in the KDS to route items to these specific terminals. So if we take a look at what we have here on the screen, this is back office D365. We have four terminals. We have an all printer, right? So our KDS system allows the restaurateur to either print chits in the kitchen at each one of the stations, or to have an actual physical display with either a bump bar or a touch screen to manage orders in the kitchen. In our current demonstration box, we have a drinks KDS display, an expo or an expediter station, we have a grill station, and a pizza and pasta station. So for each one of these displays, I have set up a specific category that you're looking at here in the grill station. We have meats, we have burgers, all these specific items that go to the grill station in the kitchen are configured to route to that specific KDS display. The expediter, of course, receives all of our items, right? So all of the items are included, as the expediter is the person that actually puts the final meal together and delivers it to our customer. So if we take a look at the grill here, we're going to take a look at how we have item routing configured. So first, we'll take a look at item routing first. We'll look at, there's a terminal routing feature, and then our delivery mode routing. First, we can actually route items. So if I select add a line here, I have a number of options. I can either add a specific category, right? So I have an entire list of categories as outlined in our assortments, right? So we have our item categories here for food, and we can actually add a specific category. If I scroll down, we have courses in this specific example, and in this we can add pizzas, for example. So we'll go ahead and add that category. I can also add another line here, and I can add a specific product if I like. So if I start typing a product and I use the drop down again, this is default D365 finance and operation functionality, this searchability here. I can search for a specific item. I'll just select, say, a hamburger bun, just for an example. I can add that to my routing for the grill station. So you can see how flexible and diverse the solution is in adding items to be routed to specific KDS displays. So very flexible, very usable. Again, in the kitchen, we have, in our specific kitchen, we have a drinks menu. So if I click over to the drinks menu, here I can see, we have beers, we have coffees, that sort of thing, routed to that specific display. So I'm going to go back to my grill station here. And if I scroll down, I can have the second option here I have for routing possibilities is terminal routing. So I can actually route orders to a specific POS station. Some of our restaurateurs have specific stations that the prepper works on because of the tight constraints of the kitchen. We can route all orders to that specific terminal, and they can work from that KDS display. So finally, we have our delivery mode routing. So the delivery mode routing comes in handy. I'll click this to no, do not use all modes of delivery, and I can add a specific delivery mode. What this allows us to do, and if I go down to the example I'm about to explain here, customer carryout. So basically we can have a specific station, could be an expediter station, right, for delivery mode orders, right? So for takeout orders in this case. So when a customer comes in or they call in, right, they can, the cashier, the wait staff can take the order on the point of sale, and by selecting the delivery mode in the point of sale, it will route that specific order based on the delivery mode to a specific KDS station. So that allows the takeaway order manager to manage those specific orders as they are for that specific delivery mode. So very flexible, very easy to use, and we can add, again, multiple delivery modes. Generally, the way our customers use it is, as I said, they have a takeaway window where all of the takeaway orders are routed to that specific expediter station. The prep in the kitchen remains the same, but once they finish that order in the kitchen, they bump the order into that specific expediter, and our solution looks at the delivery mode and puts it to that specific KDS display. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and minimize my D365, and I'm going to go ahead and go into the point of sale. So in other videos, we've shown you how to add burgers, to use modifiers, use deals, and all those sorts of pieces. In this specific video, I'm going to show you the features in the point of sale of the KDS. So if you remember back to our conversation about routing items, so I added a pizza, right? So I'm going to go ahead and create a pizza, my pizza margarita. Again, in one of our other demonstrations, we have the process of actually modifying a pizza. I'm just going to add some toppings here, specific left and right the toppings, as I've shown in previous videos, and I'm going to add that to the sale. So once this adds to my cart, what's happening in the background is we have the KDS set up so that it actually routes the items to the KDS display as set up in the back office. So our routing and all of our push jobs that come from out of the box D365 F&O push those items out into the KDS server, allowing us to route those. So I'm going to go back to my main menu here. I'm going to show you a feature of the KDS. So as part of LS First Hospitality, we have this kitchen status here. If I click on this button, it gives me a number of options. So there's a kitchen manager function, again, part of the KDS solution with LS First. Allows me to refresh the status. So if I had a manager I had the ability to view this specific button, right? So the kitchen status and reroute KDS are security-based functions. So if I was a manager and I had this proper security as I do here, I would see these functions. As a common sales clerk or a delivery taker, order taker, wait staff, I would not see the refresh status in reroute KDS. I would see the send order, rush order, and print last. It just allows some heightened security around these features. But anyway, so I have the ability to send an order. Again, this is configured, so I'll click send order here and send it to KDS. This specific station is set to route orders automatically. So we have the option to manually send orders. So in a coursing situation where we're sending an appetizer first and then the main course and then the dessert, I have the option to send the orders manually in that fashion. There's a rush order function. I'll show you that in just a moment. I'll actually add another item to a separate sale, and I'll show you how that works. Basically, the rush order will put the order ahead of all of the other orders in the KDS. So this allows us to expedite maybe remakes, right? So the meal was made incorrectly. I can do a rush order and push it to the KDS ahead of the other orders. So that's the rush order. And then there's the print last, right? If I had the chip printers only in the kitchen, I could have the ability to bring up a sales order and reprint the last order sent through the KDS. The reroute KDS finally allows us the function to reroute KDS lines. We have customers that have two parallel cook lines, right? They do the same function. They have a grill station, they have a prep, and they have a beverage station in two specific locations in the restaurant, in the kitchen, right? So when it's busy, they're running both lines, right? It sends the order between the two KDS lines, but when they slow down, they wanted the ability to shut off the other line, right? To reroute the KDS into the one line, and that's what the reroute KDS does. So it actually takes a duplicate set of KDS stations and reroutes them to one line. So that is the reroute KDS. So I'm going to go ahead and close this here, and I'm going to cash out my order, again using standard MPAWS technology here. And so that'll end my sale here. I'm going to go ahead and enter an expedited order. So I'm going to enter, say, a beer, for example. I'll add this specific beer to my sale. And I'm going to go to my kitchen status, and I'm going to say it's a rush order. So once I click rush order, it tells me, yep, the rush order was sent. And I'm going to go ahead and cash this one out. Okay, so we're done with those specific sales. We're going to go ahead and go over to the KDS. Okay, so here's our KDS display. We have a virtual KDS set of displays with our expediter station, our grill station, our pastries and breads, the sort of pizza area, and drinks. So from this specific layout, we can see the routing that we set up in the back office. We can see that our pizza is over in our pastries and bread sort of area. That allows us to manage these orders in the kitchen. So you kind of through your mind's eye think about how each one of these stations, like we have an expediter for deliveries, we have a drink station for drinks, obviously. We have a grill station for the grilled items, and kind of the finished breads goods in the bottom right-hand corner. So what you see here is we see our pizza margarita sale that we've entered. This one's been in queue for, looks like 7 minutes here between switching over between the pause and the KDS. We have our kitchen timer here. We have the change in toppings, right? We have our onions and our olives and pepperoni and all those bits. The status of the sale, it's just in a page state. All of these color codes are modifiable, changeable in D365 per the business requirements, right? So we also have the ability to set timers on these orders. So after a minute, perhaps the order turns yellow, and after say 2 minutes, it turns red, kind of in a QSR situation, giving the worker in the kitchen the ability to see at a glance kind of the status of the order, right, based on that color code. So in this case, we have our pizza margarita, we have our Budweiser, right? If you remember, I expedited the Budweiser, and you can see it's at the top of the list in both our expediter, right, and in the drinks menu. So with that rush order, right, it bubbles to the top of each one of our KDS displays. So from here, I can say when I'm done, I'm going to bump the pizza margarita. I've completed it, and you'll see in the expediter station it's changed color to green, telling the delivery manager that in fact that order is ready to go. So with orders with multiple orders, we can bump these. You'll see parts of the sale turn green, other parts are not delivered, sort of a thing. All of that is out of the box. LS First Hospitality. So from here, obviously my Budweiser's first. It was rushed, so I'm going to go ahead and bump that one, and I can actually deliver the Budweiser. I can say this pizza margarita is done, right? It's all it's in green. I can go ahead and bump it. Perhaps I meant to deliver the barbecue chickens to the pizza margarita. Well, I do have a recall function. It recalls the last order, puts it on top for me. So I have all of those standard functions that are in KDS systems throughout the restaurant industry built into the solution. So this specific configuration obviously is a virtual machine that we have set up, LCS box that allows me to display all these things, right? So it's touchscreen and all of those functions, and mouse works. In a kitchen, generally not the case, right? Maybe perhaps touchscreen. Generally a bump bar, right? A piece of physical hardware. So LS First Hospitality integrates with virtually any bump bar in the industry. We've worked with many customers, and we've integrated to those bump bars. So from there, we can complete these orders, deliver them, and service our customer with LS First. If you have questions, if you'd like a demonstration, if you'd like to reach out and talk to us further about LS First, on the screen you'll see our contact information. I'm the guy in the center. Eric Miller is our consulting director, and Jason Patrick is our regional vice president here in the United States. Please feel free to reach out to us at any time. You can visit us at lsretail.com/products/LSFirstHospitality. Thank you very much. Have a good day.